Alright, ladies and gentlemen, sorry for my absence. It has been an absolutely crazy time for the last week, and I got about another week or 2 weeks before things are going to really line out 100% so I can get back to a regular schedule. Also, as you can see by the stream title, we got ourselves a new PC. So I have been mostly absent for the last 48 to 72 hours because I have been dealing with graduation and trying to get the new PC set up. So I think we are onto something here. So let me adjust this mic just a little bit here. This is the first live stream of the new PC. So let's get into things here. We are going to go back a little bit old school with the way we're going to do this, just to keep all the extracurricular BS at a minimum. The Elgato was giving us weird audio feedback and popping and crackling, which was leading to audio distortion, so we eliminated that. We are literally using the Xbox app. And from what I can see right now, things look pretty phenomenal. Only using 9.9% of the CPU at the moment, up to 12. Okay. We are actually at 1080p 60 FPS instead of being stuck at 1080p 30 FPS, because anything higher would throw the computer into a spiral and start having encoder lag. Alright, well, looks like we're live. I guess it's going to help if I turn on this controller here. I just did a recorded session to see if all of that stuff was okay, and everything looked good on the recorded session. I don't know what all I just hit, but I also don't know why. What is this? I have a controller, butthole. As I was saying in the recorded session that I just did, everything feels nice. Even using the app feels much more responsive. I'm not getting nearly the odd lag that I was having before, so I think as of right now, everything seems to pretty well be on point. Just so you guys are aware, I do not have zombie respawn on at the moment. I'm trying to do some testing, not necessarily trying to fight a whole shit ton of zombies at the moment. So we are just going to do a little sesh here. I don't really know how long this sesh is going to be. I'm going to need time to go and review everything, make sure audio is on point and all that. So I think we might put in about an hour, hour and a half or so. I hope to be back to a schedule very soon. I've been very busy in life, and I was having PC issues, so I do apologize for my absence, and I do apologize for, you know, the PC issues. However, we went for broke on this one, and we have a really good PC now that is upgradable in the future if necessary. So let's get it. I mean, gaming hasn't been a problem. It's been all the other extra stuff, you know. Real life, graduation. In a couple of weeks, I got a wedding to attend. So, my time is going to be a little scarce until about the end of May. I'm going to start trying to get back on my schedule of doing the 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. streams every day. And then from about 1:15 until I get off work, at say 11:30 at night, we will probably do our rerun streams, so that way there's plenty of content getting put out there. There's plenty of stuff for you guys to stop by and watch from time to time. Like I said, it isn't that I didn't want to game and stream and put content out for you guys, so just want to make that clear. Sometimes life gets in the way of fun, you know? However, I wouldn't trade it for anything. You know, I'm absolutely elated that I get to be a part of the wedding that is about to happen on the 23rd of May. And, you know, one of my children and one of my fiance's children both graduated today. So it's been a long weekend. Plus, you know, it was Mother's Day, so I'd like to say happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. This is literally just a little bit of a test sesh, trying to make sure the graphics look decent. I will slowly start ramping up the graphics as we progress into this. These graphics and all the settings are very low right now, like default settings. I don't have my graphics card overclocked. I don't have it set on the highest resolution. I don't have anything really set. It's pretty much default settings. But we are at 1080p 60 FPS, and we will slowly try to improve if need be. I don't know. We'll see what the review stream looks like, and if it looks decent for me, if it's something that I would watch, we're gonna leave it. We are gonna leave it. I'm not trying to be no FPS streamer of the year or none of that. I'm just your average guy, works a lot of hours, and enjoys the crap out of playing video games. I will have to say, though, already a absolute improvement in the stream quality, the video quality, and hopefully the audio quality will also be phenomenal when I go review everything. There's usually fire in here. I don't even see any zombies. I know they won't spawn zombies, but I thought zombies would still be in certain locations. Maybe I was wrong. It is very unusual for me to turn zombies off, but like I said, this is more of a test stream than you know, than an actual game stream. This is more just to see that everything is functioning properly, that OBS is set up properly, and making sure that when we review stuff, we don't have any of the audio lag. Making sure that we're good to go, you know? We're just out here trying to put out some good content. And I know that I was frustrated with the audio issues and the fact that I had to keep deleting videos because the audio was way out of sync, even though nothing got changed about the audio, but I think it had to do with the processor or whatever in that other computer. We went from 6 cores to 14 cores, plus we have a terabyte of memory on this one, and we don't have a lot of RAM. That's one of the things that I'm probably going to buy to upgrade here before it's over with. I think I only have either 16 or 32 gigabytes of RAM. Oh no, I know this computer's pretty. Got all the little lights, the bells and the whistles, keyboard lights up. towers full of lights and fans. The graphics card is singing instead of using the Ryzen 5 internal graphics. I mean, I can't really talk crap though. That PC did me well for about 6 years. It was definitely time to get a little bit of an upgrade. Couldn't have happened at a better time. I am missing some of my stats. That's what I'm missing. Third-party event. Only thing I don't have room for is my activity feed. There's literally no place for it to go either. Ooh, can I fit it there? Holy crap, we fit it in there. What? It's a little bit tight down there at the bottom now, so we'll see how that works out. Now I wonder if okay, so I've got to figure that out too. I don't know why it does that. It must be an app setting or something that, because that doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's not too detrimental, but we are going to gather as much plant material as we can, simply because in order for us to continue to make a lot of our stuff, we're going to need a lot of plant fibers. Because to make cloth fragments, we are most definitely going to need lots of plant fibers. And if we decide that we want to make Molotov cocktails in the future, with the amount of gas we're going to be harvesting before long, we are going to need every single bit of plant fibers that we can get. And as I said before, I apologize. I have kind of let you guys down, and I kind of went ghosted for a little while, and I haven't really been able to stay on schedule based on my work schedule and life schedule. I'm hoping to get back to a normal gaming and streaming schedule very soon. I'm going to try to get back to it this week and start doing the 10 a.m. streams. The only thing that will stop that will be if I have to work overtime. I do not have to work late overtime anymore. So we have worked out a deal with the guys that we work with. You know, being part of the union, lowest man on the totem pole usually has to work all the overtime, but that tends to burn people out. And, you know, that's why a lot of our rookies don't stick around, because, you know, they're forced to work all the overtime. So we have decided to take it upon ourselves to kind of divide the overtime schedule. So me and another partner, we're taking the earlies, and the two other techs are taking the lates. So in order for me to maintain life and work and stream, I'm going to maintain a early morning schedule. Usually it'll be 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. about 3 hours a day, and then I will have at least one day on the weekends that I'm going to try to put 8 to 12 hours in. So we can try to get some more time, some more content, build us a community, a family. Also, I would love to see you guys chatting more. I seem to talk a lot and don't get any feedback. I don't know, would you guys be interested in doing like a community stream at some point? You know, you guys play 7 Days to Die. Is there other games you guys want to play? I'm absolutely down to game with the community. We just got to put that stuff together. I need y'all to communicate with me. And for those of you who don't know, who might be new or just stopping by, I'm usually live on Kick and Twitch most commonly. I do live stream to YouTube as well sometimes, but if you want to see any of my past videos or any of the other shenanigans we get into, then make sure to check out YouTube. YouTube is where all of my videos are saved. Everything is under the same name. So XJBeast420X. You can literally find my profile on any of those apps or web links under that name. Also, Discord. That is another one. That is the same profile name. So if you guys want to look me up on Discord, add me as a friend. We can network and try to work out some community games. I have honestly never played this game in a community game. Like, I've never even played multiplayer on this game, and I think this game would be absolutely fun in multiplayer. However, without having a little bit of a community to play with, this game could be real effed up if you logged in with some straight savages and they just kept beating the crap out of you and taking all your stuff. Man, this game seems way boring with no zombies. Almost wish I would have just set it up regular at this point. However, we're still dialing in the new PC, so we're not gonna push it too hard just yet. I don't really need that. I have plenty of antibiotics. I don't need that. I would like these, this. I don't even need pumpkin seeds. I don't even need potato seeds. Or, I don't need rotting flesh. I could sell that hat, but it's not that important to me. I'm holding fat in my hand. I'll beat a zombie with some fat. Do I have any? I do not. Okay, well, let's get us some more cloth fragments. That's only 2. That's a little sad. I will say I am thoroughly impressed with the new setup so far. Haven't seen one little glitch. Don't have any rendering lag. Don't have any encoding issues. I'm cranking out 8,000 kbps. I think the new PC is going to work out phenomenal. Might still have some, you know, little bugs and little quirks to work out here and there, but I seem to fight that other setup more than I even enjoyed it most of the time. It is just out of date. I mean, let's just be honest. It was just a regular desktop computer that had 6 years worth of gameplay and streaming on it. So, what the hell was that? Wait, what? They've been. I know I seen something that was damaged. Is my plant damaged or something? What did I see that was damaged? Oh well. If you guys notice anything audio-wise or video-wise, please let me know. That would be fantastic. A lot of the times, I can't hear issues like you guys can until I go back and review the stream. So, any of your input is valuable to me. To me. Weapon parts, motor tools, nice. I do see something I forgot though. Do still get the random button desync from time to time, but I'm pretty sure that's just a game issue itself. I don't think that has anything to do with the computer or none of that. It's just a little bit of the latency that happens with the rendering in game. That I can deal with. Oh. Oh. Ah. Ugh. Owie. It's like peeing on an electric fence. Nope. Ammo crafting materials. Alright, that puts everything away. I don't have anything building here. Nothing cooking there. I need to go on a serious run and find a bunch of bird nests because I need more eggs. Speaking of that, what does a crucible for this take? Let's see. Crucible. Sheesh. 100 forged iron. Well, we're close. Didn't say electronic parts, did it? I'm drawing an absolute blank out of what it just said. Mechanical parts, oil. Okay, mechanical parts and oil. to have to craft everything else I have. Yep. I just need more forged iron. Not gonna get much out of this one. Let's get all we can out of it. We need 30 more. Oh, give me 76. That's crazy. Alright, well, let's just do 50. How does that sound? And we'll have a little extra. It's gonna take only 2 minutes and something. Alright, well, I'll go ahead and grab that. Grab that. That's not gonna be needed. Then we will make our last crucible. And both of our forges will have everything they need. The advanced bellows, the anvil, and the crucible for both of them. So then it'll make everything easier for manufacturing any of the things that we want or need later on. While that is working its magic, I would like to unlock these docks, and I would like to put this actually over here. And this over. Oh wait, what? Wait a minute. So can I put this over here? Come on now. No. Ooh. Actually, let's put that back over here. Sorry guys, I know you guys can't see anything over there at the moment. I'm trying to get this lined out how we are going to want it. I would love to see the activity feed and my stats. Obviously these are just Twitch stats, but at the same time, still good to see those things, you know? Gosh, it seems like a lot to be on my screen. And I can't believe I can't adjust that anymore. I can adjust that though, and then I can adjust this. Oh, that's a little better. Alright, we're gonna run that for a little bit and see how that works out. Okie dokie. Yep. Let's drop that down just a little more. Actually, I want that like that. Beautiful. Made a mistake earlier. I took my printer cartridge out. For some reason, my printer ink says it's half full, but I can't get it to print anything. So I took my cartridge out and rubbed it with my finger, and then a while ago I licked my finger, and now I taste printer ink. So that is fantastic. Okay, why did it not automatically start my replay buffer, by the way? That is something else we're gonna have to mess with. Oh, fire went out. Let's see here. Oh yeah. Let's make us our crucible. Craft it. We do have a pretty good little lead on some gas though. So okay, 3 minutes and 40 seconds on that. I don't think I need. Oh damn! I just ran in a full circle. I mean, it's a stone. Not really needed, but we'll keep it just in case we get in a pinch. Food is good, water is good. Do we have any points we can spend? That's another question. 1 skill point. Man. Definitely gonna need shotgun before it's over with, because that is going to be essential. Baseball bats. You know what? I use the shotgun way more in the end, so we're gonna put the point there for the moment so we can get better with our shotguns. Other than that, we're gonna wait on this crucible, and I'm gonna continue running through some things and seeing that everything is working properly and set up the way I want it. I guess that's still not going to make a difference as far as that goes. Alright, we're not going to adjust anything else. We're going to kind of leave it the way it is. Yeah, from this end, everything looks good, though. It doesn't look like we're running into any issues. I don't notice anything. Like, if you guys notice something, definitely let me know. Game volume's too loud versus my voice, but I'm also not trying to be too loud over the game either, so gotta find that fine balance. Alright, the other portion of this is I want to see... that to be spread out just a little bit more there. That'll be fine. That's fine. That's good. Sorry, guys. Let's... Okay. I also adjusted the size. It seemed like my logos and stuff were a little bit out of focus and out of whack, and they seemed to take up a lot of the screen, so I definitely made some adjustments to that so it wasn't taking so much of the screen up. I also reduced the size of the banner so that way the active banner wasn't taking too much time and effort and space. I know you guys would probably rather see the game than watch the banner tick stuff across it. However, I like the banner. If you guys ever want me to remove something or you have a suggestion, just let me know. I'm definitely down to listen to your guys' comments and concerns to you know, make it user friendly for everybody. I mean, I am perfectly fine with streaming straight from the Xbox with no added anything, but that doesn't allow me to be very personal with the community and the people who follow. Definitely doesn't allow me to chat unless we chat through Discord and then it comes through across the game. So I have opted not to do that one. Heck yeah. Alright, the crucible should be done. Yeah, buddy. That puts all 3 of our forges in tip-top condition. I don't think there's nothing here that I can upgrade to make that better. There's nothing else I need for here to make that better. There's nothing here to make this better. I don't know if you guys saw this because, well, in fact, I know you guys haven't saw this because this is something I did during the testing recorded session earlier. But we now have not only the generator, but we have our battery bank. So if our generator becomes low, it's running 119 out of 200 watts. And this will run 202 watts max output, so 119's almost perfect. So we now have a battery backup for our generator, which is definitely going to help us out. One other aspect I want to test real quick, since we're here doing some, some testing and things. Sorry, you guys are going to go blank for just 1 second here. I want to go over to my Kick dashboard, and I also want to go over to my Twitch dashboard, and why does that say that is low? It says my bit rate is red on Twitch. Okay. Now I'm going to go through each platform, and I'm going to see that all of them are working within my multi-chat. Those seem to be working fine. One more to test here real quick, and we'll go back to the game. Okay, that is up, but why did this say my bit rate is low or red? Is it because bit rate is too high? What is max bit rate for Twitch? Let me check that real quick, because I think that may be where our problem's coming in at. I think we have the old bit rate up at like 8,000. Yeah, that's probably not gonna cut it for Twitch. Let's see here. What's max bit rate for? Bitrate on Twitch is the amount of data. Okay, yes, you uploaded Twitch servers. Oh my god, that just freaked me out. So 6,000 to 8,000 kbps for high quality 1080-60. Okay, so I think that might be the problem. I think we might be a little... no, we're set at 8K. What are we missing? Constant bit rate, which is CBR. Bitrate 8K, keyframes 2. Preset is slow, good quality. What happens if we go to... oh, that's lower, that's better. This is best quality. Slowest. Whoa. Let's see what that does. Tuning is on high quality. If that is on better quality. Okay, so we'll just go high quality there. Profiles on high. Okay, apply. Sorry, guys. Okay, so all the platforms are putting out the required information. Sorry, it's gonna cut out one more time. Why is that not showing the same thing this is showing? Alright, we're gonna keep that up there. I am confused as to why that multi-chat looks different than the original. There's not even any timestamps on it. What happens if I pull this out here? It's different. Okay. Weird. These are little weird things I'm still trying to mess with. We will get it tuned in to where we want it though. Alright, now let's drop this down because I would like to see what the quality is now that we changed some presets. Alright, mark 41 minutes for checking presets. Well, if I can find my scribbling paper here. I guess that doesn't even matter anymore. Just found a page that says my PC, which is not my PC anymore. Scratch that out. Oh man, did my pen just give out? No, I've had this pen forever. Alright. None of this matters. What matters now is I gotta figure out exactly how to set this NVIDIA graphics card to proper settings. I have never really messed with NVIDIA. Well, I did, but it's been a long time ago. I'm not sure what the best settings are. These don't seem too bad. I'll know more whenever I can go review things, but let's see. So check it at 41 minutes. That's when I changed. I just want to see what the difference is once I go back and review everything. However, I do know that chat is working from Twitch, Kick, and YouTube. So that's a plus. Oh gosh, about ran into the electric fence again. We just about zapped ourselves again, ladies and gents. I'm wondering how much they're gonna eventually dig out around here. Because they have already started tunneling in here as well. Holy crap. I never realized that hole was that deep. Yeah, we're gonna have to go ahead and... These zombies are crazy, man. What do they think they're doing? Oops. Holy crud. How far up in there did they go? These rascally zombies have almost breached our spot again from a different angle. Mind you, I haven't even been down in the hole yet to see how much damage they truly did last time we were on, which I haven't really been on and played since the last time I streamed, so it's been a few days. I think eventually we're just gonna have a massive block around our place from all these fill-ins we're gonna have to do. I probably should just create, now that I think about it, holy crud, what in the crazy zombies? Okay, well that's a little crazy. Let's go create some broken earth maybe. I mean it's not very strong though. I forget where it's at actually. What in the hell? There it is, destroyed stone. Or I could do dirt again, I guess. Dirt just takes clay. Alright, let's make... I mean, what are we gonna make? 100? Why not? We're apparently going to need them to patch all the areas from the zombies. Go ahead and get all these plant fibers here. That way we don't have anything getting in the way while we're trying to fill these areas in. I can't believe they've started tunneling down here. It's crazy, man, I tell you, it's crazy. They have really done a number on the cliffside. Maybe that's what I should do the rest of the time though. I should just fill in that way instead of building all the blocks to fill in. That's probably going to be better off. I mean, whatever. Nice little dome there. That'll just be something else they'll tear up to get over it. I don't think I'm doing it any justice at this point. I think I'm just making it worse. Oh well, they're not going to get back in there. I know that much. Okay, I seen another spot down at the bottom, but I also thought I saw... I guess we could try to close this off. I ain't worried about that. I did see another spot somewhere, I can't remember where. Where they have been being naughty. Give this wood walkway a little protection here. Okay, they can get up there still. Nothing like cleaning up after the zombies. Eventually, I have a feeling this whole place is just gonna be nothing but patchwork, filling in from the zombies. I don't care that they even have access to this. I would, okay. I would prefer them not to be able to get up this way. So they are forced to come up the way I want them to. Oh, get off of that. Not the greatest, but it'll do. Keep them away from things. That's the big idea. Keep this thing from collapsing. Okay. I'd like to stay up here if you would stop falling down the dang hill. Okay, now you're making me just F things up. Why are you just randomly slipping down the hill? I'm not even moving. Okay. Now we're just getting stupid with it. Oh crap. Okay, we're done with that. That's getting a little crazy. But at least I know it's hard for me to get up there, so most likely they're not getting up there. We have 9 more. What in the heck happened here, by the way? Because it looks like part of the bank is missing. Unless maybe I'm just crazy. That definitely could be true. Well, that didn't work how I wanted it to. And I don't have a shovel, so we're gonna do this the hard way. How's that sound? Part of me wonders if I could make like ramps, right? Like just put a bunch of wooden ramps up here so they could just walk up there instead of destroying their way into there. How much lumber do I have on me? Not a lot. Okay. I think we might try something here. I don't really want to be patching the hill all the time. So I wonder if we made them just a little bit more of a convenient way to get up here. If they would quit that shit. Let me get this chainsaw. Let me get, just in case. You know what, why not? Alright. Now if we want to repair the bottom, we're gonna need this. We're gonna need this, and we're gonna need this. I guess since this is a good old testing sesh, we will we will spend this time without zombies, trying to get everything back in order. First off, I absolutely apologize if this is ridiculously loud. I don't know if it's going to be or not. I don't know how the audio settings are necessarily, so this might be absolutely the most obnoxious thing you've ever heard. about how loud it is. I just don't know if you guys can hear me when that's happening. Well, load the 83 gas we got up in this bad boy. I keep looking around like there's zombies. Alright, that will give us enough lumber. Look at me, I'm still running around looking like there's zombies. I turned the zombies off for the testing sesh. Okay, well, let's craft none of those. Alright, we filled in what we needed to with those for the moment. We're gonna make... Yeah, that'll work. Now let's just see, out of curiosity, could we make ramps, right? Like, what if we made... that's not gonna work, because this side would have to be like this, right? So we would need to go something like... Man, that's gonna be almost crazy to do, though. That's what I'm trying to do. Come on. I just don't know how well it's actually going to function. And then I would need to come out, what, a couple more? That's all the way out to the... Actually, that's one too many, I think. Though that might not be a bad idea. Anyway. Okay, so can we put... What if we... dig this back out? Put that in. The only problem I can see we're gonna have is in the corners. They're gonna start digging through the corners instead of walking up the platforms, because, you know, we're dealing with zombies that are not smart. Okay. Mind you, I'm not filling any of this in right now because I don't even know how well this is gonna work, or if it's gonna work at all. I'm simply trying to get it to where maybe they won't be so destructive and they can actually access this side instead of always coming up the other side. Do I think it's gonna work? What about going back to... And that's kind of what this game's about, though. You know, trial and error, and, you know, seeing if things work and what things fail, and just having a good old time with it. Okay, so if we did that, we wouldn't necessarily need these. That would save us some materials. Right? Yeah. That's not too bad. My big worry is, though, that this is going to be the next problem. They're going to come through here. I mean, obviously I could put another set of, you know, ramps on this side, but there's still always going to be that little corner section that'll be like right here where this wall is that they wouldn't traverse. How do I feel about it? What if we just made it to where this was easier to walk on instead of like making an entire ramp out of it? Right, like this. See, not necessarily doing away with what's already here, just making it easier to maneuver. It's all trial and error. We're just fiddling with things right now. We're doing stuff and things. Trying to figure out if we can make a more permanent situation that makes things a little easier. However, I don't really know how convenient this is going to be, because even if we build the ramps all the way out to the corner, it's still gonna leave one hell of a gap unless we just squared it all in and made them come up the ramps. It's gonna cost us some resources, though. Okay, that one's even. Now if we came out even with this one, just out of curiosity, okay, it would look like that. Then that would allow us to ramp everything, I guess. Only one way to see what it's going to look like. None of this is permanent. We can pick it all up. Come on. I feel like these are going to be some absolutely long ass ramps, though. Only one way to fortify our hill, though. That might not be too bad, though. It would take most of the digging out of their agenda. Time to finish it and just see what it's going to look like. What is it going to look and feel like? This is gonna take some resources to finish off, though. And honestly, it may just get finished off with like wood and not actually. Can I go? I can't go to that. That's gonna bother the shit out of me. I don't know how I feel about it. I just don't know. That goes out to the edge. And that goes farther than the edge. We're gonna do one more here. Oh gosh. But that still leaves this giant area. Now, do we hook one more here? Come on. Okay. Is that gonna make it look any better? Probably not. Just adds more to it, I guess. Oh gosh. I mean, I could tear it all the way down and then just have a big, huge corner here, but what do you guys think? Let's just see what it looks like, I guess. I have plenty of lumber. Wait, what? Why was that pink? Probably all gonna fall. It's yellow and pink. I don't think this is actually going to work. If I'm being 100% honest, I think this platform's going to fall here in a minute. It's going to be fucking phenomenal. Ooh, yeah, we're getting too far out. I don't think it's gonna work. We're gonna have to put, let's see here, we would have to put wow. There's too much weight on that structure to make it work. So maybe that's one way to fill it in. I had a feeling that was what was gonna happen. There's just not enough structural stability. It would need like literally. Well, I don't understand what would be the problem there. Come on. Oh gosh, I'm running. Okay, well, we filled in a little bit of the space down here with some crumblings. Let's go back to it and see if we just can't crumble some more stuff. I know we can make this work. It's not even really a question. The only question is how crazy are we gonna have to get to make it work? However, that's a little concerning because it wasn't really even like that crazy out of shape. That's what's more concerning to me is the fact that it wasn't all that crazy. However, that would be my idea. Be something like that, so that way they could climb up here relatively easy with not much resistance. Then they wouldn't be able to really burrow into the sides unless they burrowed way down there, but I don't think I'm gonna stop them from that if they get stuck down there. let's... Okay, so it's gonna fall if I put anything else there. And I bet it's because there's no structural integrity underneath of it. So I'm wondering if we put like... maybe a little bit more structure here. Oops. One too many whacks with the old pickaxe, or the old stone axe. That should hold that. That's not too much of a span from there. That has that. Alright, I don't see why it would really need any more. However, when in doubt, just add more stuff. What's it gonna do? Fall on my head? Oh no. Okay, so in all honesty, there should be no more structural integrity issues. Let's see if this is a real thing. Okay, well, so far, it looks like that is the key to our structural integrity. Sorry about that. Of course, that's not too awful bad either. The fact that some of this stuff doesn't even have any bracing is more concerning than that. What do you say, guys? Let's just fill it in. Gives them something easy to traverse. We don't have to worry about them digging at least into the walls up here. Now down there, it's going to take quite a few zombies to dig in through those walls, so... I'll laugh if we get all this stuff built and we turn zombies back on and they just send an absolutely massive horde of zombies at us and they just obliterate everything that we put together. I do think overall this is going to be a pretty decent idea though, simply because, you know, they're going to take the path of least resistance, or they're going to burrow into the side of our little mountain home here. I would much rather just do a little fortification, a little structuring, something a little easier for them to actually get up here. Then we don't have to worry about going through and randomly repairing the ground. Honestly, they shouldn't really even touch any of this stuff, but you can't never tell what's going to happen with the zombies. They do what they want. The hill, honestly, might be steep enough. They might walk up here and hit the runway as they're going up. I don't really know yet. I'm willing to splurge the resources just to see how it works. Now, the only thing that I am going to make cobblestone on this is going to be these pillars. We're just gonna have to see how this works. They might get under here and destroy it the very first time they see it. It's all part of it, ladies and gents. No risk, no reward. Or, if it fails, then, you know, play silly games, get silly prizes. You know, whatever. Oh. Why are you running? Alright, we're gonna have to go steal some more lumber from inside. Just give me this other stack. This will be our test side, and if this works out decent, then we can pretty much make ramps up on all sides for them to have easier travel up here. Then they wouldn't burrow to the side of our base like they did last time, which I don't know if you guys have seen that yet, but we're gonna go check that out in just a couple of minutes. Did I just... No, there ain't no zombies on, but I swear I just heard something. That's weird. It's taking forever. And we are not even done yet. We are just making it a little more solid and a little more durable. That way we can finish this project and see if the zombies crumble it upon first sight. It's part of it, man. No risk, no reward. The fact that it's literally going to be hollow as well. We shall see. They may spend more time trying to fight their way into this structure than they do even trying to fight their way to me. I don't know, man. We're gonna see, though. We're gonna see just exactly what happens. We actually finally got to see what the structural integrity blocks look like, too. Pink means probably gonna fail. That's kind of odd. Let's fix that. Yeah. I would also like that. Let's do this. Okay, we'll do 50 more. I also think we're gonna have to I honestly didn't think that was going to finish out. I thought that was going to come to a weird little ending, but yeah, that's not too bad. It's not too awful bad. Let's go ahead and take that out, though. That way we can put that in there. Chop that. Might actually take the whole top of this damn hill off. Level it out a little bit. Oops. I just wonder if they get down in this little valley here, if they're gonna... I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Once we complete this, we're going to go back down in the hole and we're going to go start repairing all the freaking damages that they did down there. However, these were preventative measures to try to keep that from happening again. Because that was not very fun. This did cost us a lot of lumber. shoot. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to call it quits here soon because I gotta get to bed so I can get up early in the morning and start getting back on this stream schedule. So I'm gonna try to get back on the schedule starting tomorrow. Unless I wake up with a message stating that I gotta come early. That's the only thing that's gonna stop me. So we will call that good for now. That's going to be a test side to see how well it works. We will probably eventually dig all this out. Oh. And then we will probably put square blocks in here. Alright, I'm going to go down here and then I'm probably going to save and I am going to get out of here for the night. However, I feel like we are in a good position and I feel like the test stream went pretty dang good. It doesn't look like we had any issues. I'm also going to have the time to, you know, obviously check things out. So that's why I got to get out of here so I can... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. Yeah, because otherwise I'm going to be here for hours repairing all this work that they destroyed on the last zombie night. Alright, ladies and gents, that's going to be it for me. I am literally saving and I am exiting the game right this minute. And yeah, I will see you guys hopefully playing vanilla. Yes, so this is a test stream. I basically played with zombies turned off this time because I didn't know how the new PC was going to perform. But I will be turning zombies back on for sure. They definitely did some really disgusting damage on last zombie night. And then I haven't really had a chance to get back online and check things out, and then I got a new PC and I set my new PC up, and so I didn't know how it was gonna run. So tonight was just testing the new PC really, so I turned the zombies off and was just doing some testing. But yes, I was playing vanilla tonight, but normally no. Normally it's definitely set to zombies. And well, as you've seen right there at the end of the stream, it was pretty devastating last time. They burrowed in through the side of the hill and then came into the side of my fall trap and just chewed their way all the way around it. It was kind of crazy. Mostly appreciate you. Good to have you in chat. Sorry it's at the end. I've got to get to bed so I can try to get up and get back on this stream schedule. I also have to have time to review this stream for tonight, see any adjustments I need to make. Much love, be safe, and I hope to see you guys very soon.